faithful and true to God. Now you understand the incense when you go into church. Why don't they see it? Why don't they speak about this? Alexa, stop. Why don't they speak about this in its true form, in its true nature of what it truly means? Because the reflection of what it truly means within the house of God is the reflection of what they've been doing against humanity. So meaning the war on Mary Jane. Mary. Alexa, play The Diary of Jane.
Shuffling The Diary of Jane and similar songs on Amazon Music.
When you are here in your temple, elevating, because the smoke rises, elevating consciousness, you are elevating to Moses going up Zion. Okay? Well, I keep saying Zion. You know what I mean. You are elevating. Now you have the serpent on the staff. Now you have the burning bush. You are coming to God in the fire that's not going to consume you. So Daniel walking into the lion's den and on fire, they all walked out good because they were refined. Now you understand Nebuchadnezzar and the vessel. Nebuchadnezzar was layers of metals to show you, hey, you're going to go through the layers of spiritual metals. Olympics. This is the Titanic, Tree of Knowledge of Good and Evil, Titanic, Olympus. But it's reversed. See what I'm saying? They wanted you to think that the Titanic was the Tree of Knowledge or Tree of Life, but it's actually the Olympus. And the Olympus didn't sink. Or the Titanic didn't sink because the Titanic is the Tree of Life. I apologize. The Olympus is the knowledge of good and evil. And you see how it's flipped? So when they have Jacob putting on the goat skin and his father is blind and he's feeling his skin, he thinks the brothers are the opposites. Though that's the two ships. So Olympics, the metals. First is last, last will be first. John Moses Browning. That's Moses and the serpent and the staff in the burning bush. You have to come to God in the fire. If you stand outside the fire, Alexa, stop. Alexa, play Garth Brooks, Outside the Fire. Tree of Knowledge of Good and Evil. You will stand outside the fire
and similar songs on Amazon Music
for the Tree of Knowledge of Good and Evil because you're standing outside of yourself to know what is happening outside yourself without knowing yourself. So you're standing outside the fire. That's why God came to Moses in a burning bush saying, come to me in the fire. That's why the serpent is on the staff saying, I am the shepherd. I walk with the serpent in my hand without the venom affecting me, showing you what true peace and true, okay? And we are walking as one, being refined. And this is what it means when his feet were as if he walked through a furnace. They were the color of my shoes. I left them at St. Anne's Center. So I was walking through a furnace one hot summer day, barefoot for like 2, 3, 4 miles on concrete that was hot. My feet were just on fire. That's what it meant. I'm giving you everything. I'm not holding back. And that's what not fear, because they want to know this. It's not fear. They fear God, yes, because they fear the one who can kill the spirit, but I'm not here to wage war on anybody's spirit. I'm here to give you your spirit back. I'm here to kickstart your hearts. Those who know that, as you're seeing on the world stage, that's that 1.5 years that I speak about that's happening right now. They're giving you your bridge. They're opening that door for you to run through that door. And all you got to do is be pure of heart. And when that 1.5 years this next 1.5 years is up, the next 2.5 years is the start of this 3.5 years where it's Plato's allegory starts back up again. And now you have running to the hills, like I speak about. Don't go to these hills, as I'm showing you, as I've said. Alexa, stop. You're going to learn this is what the Grand Canyon represents. Okay? And this is why there's a lot happening outside of mountains in like the forest, Bigfoot area, Nephilim. The same thing is happening in Grand Canyon. That's why you can't go. Okay, there's places that are above, okay, that were used below how it was used, how I say, bomb shelters, war, and that's where everyone goes, and you stay generation after so many, 20 generations underground, you're going to become the aliens. That's where the aliens come from. You making the choices for death. Death is below. Ezekiel, right? They are preserving because they were all caught. Everybody was caught. This is the existence where heaven comes down to earth in the Bible. This is the resurrection. Me being here, knowing all this. So you are coming, Lazarus, Bob Lazar, Area 51. Are you understanding it, like, as far as where I'm going with the name? Because what comes next is the truth and what it all means underground and why everything underground is coming above, because the dead are rising. I don't want to say, apologize for doing that. That was really stupid. Not right. They are rising. The dead are rising because the dead, you have to smell your own stench. It's not that the dead stink. They are not the walking dead. They are the ones who are alive, truly alive, who are among the spiritually dead, okay? So this is representation of the tomb of Lazarus. Mary and Martha, okay, represent the mothers, okay, who roll away Lazarus' stone. Why did Jesus say you two have to do it? Because it's a mother's touch who brings somebody truly back to life and brings that just smile. Right? So when so much sorrow happens, so much betrayal, and you have those kisses from Judas, it's that mother's touch that just, right? Just, thank you. I needed that. Mary and Martha are allowing everybody to smell their own stench. Simon Peter, okay, I understand. Now you're going through your cleansing. I'm becoming cleansed now, James. I'm understanding. I'm repenting, so I'm unveiling more and more as I go. John, I'm understanding this is war. Because if you're not seeing it, if you're seeing it, that means you're earning it. If you're not seeing it, you're obviously not doing something internally right. You're not unsewing your eyes and ears and mouth, your heart, to be able to speak or even see it. Hell, that's hell. So when Martha and Mary wheel, okay, Lazarus, Project Lazarus, Bob Lazar, Area 51, Element 115, the people who are a part of Jacob's Ladder and hear time travel and all this helping used to stop death, right? Because death is not real. If the aliens are realizing, hey, this is how life works, this is angels, this is the cherubim, this is the ranking system of all the spectrums above and below, okay? They're stopping the spaghetti from being cut like they show in Wolverine and Deadpool. Okay? Mom's spaghetti. So, as you're seeing everything unfolding, that is what it means. Mary and Martha taking away Lazarus is rolling away the tomb. He comes out and he's alive. All who are dead, Robin Williams, Chester Bennington, Chris Cornell, Joey Jordison, Paul Gray, Martin Luther King, all of them. Everything that you know in existence, who you think are dead, Michael Jackson, that represents Lazarus. But in order for the world to understand the true meaning of the dead walking again, you have to smell your own stench. Morning, sweetie. You smelling your own stench means the moments in time we have lived through. The moments in time we've lived through, this represents like pouring out the bowls of my wrath. The sins of everybody's forefathers and who started the fires, for the reasons in which they started the fires for, is the reasons why they cover their eye. To mock, to say, hey, do you see the reflection here? Because if you see that full spectrum, as I show, you're not just seeing that half circle, you're seeing the full thing. Okay? The perfect circle. You are knowing how to stop now. This is what the passage means. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay? What was done would be tried again. And if you are spiritually awakened, you're not choosing to go underground and fight war, because war is sorrow. And when you fight war, you're living 20 to 30 generations of children underground in more pressure, heads, aliens. You become an alien. No sunlight, you're pale, your skin gets so pale that, right? Okay? This is me giving you my yoke. This is what this is. This perfect circle represents an egg. I'm giving you my yoke. So the outer shell of the egg represents, here's why you're here. Jesus walking with Ezekiel. You're dead. You're spiritually dead. You're living life underground. Okay? When you repent, you learn what it means to truly live and what it means to truly know what sin does outside of yourself. So when you think about the first fall, the first rebellion, you're thinking about before it was a thought. So right there, God already knew. You're already underground. So the second heaven is the second floor, which is the heart.